Hello and welcome to Mapping with bRanN. Oh, man. Episode 3. We are in the original copy of this map. Hopefully you've been following along with this series. If not, please take a few moments to catch up. Gonna equip our power items, even though it's not necessary at all. Oh, where'd my redstone torch go? You need that to escape here. Oh, geez. You get a... Oh, gosh. No! You get a skeleton, and it's just... It's over. Forget it. Did I pick up... Did I pick up the weapon? Nope. Put him in the lava. This is not a Let's Play. I've already done the Let's Play. I just wanted to spend a few moments going through the actual map. You'll see there's the sign marker for this area called Spider Falls. The original idea was, it's like, oh, I wonder what this is called, and as you go past it, you might stop and look. And you should notice some spawners up here. Oh, geez. And it looks like they don't start with full life. That's something I should know, honestly. But I honestly don't remember what my original design was. I definitely want them to start with less life, and I definitely have them starting with less life on the rendition. Ah. Oh my gosh. And the spawn range is far too close. And you see, so just starting out this map has already been horrible. Projectile protection didn't help. I have one carrot that I have to eat. See, just right here, these things should not be active. And I'll have to make sure that on the updated version that that's not the case. And the other thing you might notice is very blocky. Very poor brushmanship. And I didn't rebrush the area, but I did kind of go through and try to break up some of those. Come on. Blow up. That's how I take care of creepers. And then you can come down here, because that's where you want to be for the coal. Except without... Oh gosh. Without a pick of some sort. You're not going to be able to get any of the coal. Now you could get a creeper to follow you and blow it up, but that takes enough ingeniality that I think, you know what, if you want to do that, I'll allow it. Easy. And I have skeleton spawners all over. This was before skeletons were as horrible as they are now. But I also, to be fair, made it so you could see where the spawners were. But you're right by lava. So that's good in that it makes light so they don't spawn as much, but it's also very bad. I wonder what I have these set at too. Out of curiosity, let's look in here. Nearby 6, 400, 200, so that was my old. I made it less than it should be. Required player range, that's the default. Spawn count 4. Spawn range 35. That's horrible. I don't know why I did that. I don't remember what I was thinking about. Did I do any custom anything in here? Special equipment? No. I think this was all populated automatically. These are just regular skeletons. At least they're supposed to be. But I think they're horrible. Alright. Let's go to what I've changed. Alright, and we're back in here, and no more fooling around. I'm just going to stay in creativity mode. If you remember, previous episode, we kind of went through this way. It connects up, just like so. Added these little guys here just for some extra view. Gave a little bit more room for a jumping area. Honestly though, if a skeleton appears here like it did last time, that's pretty much horrible right away. Now these are kind of active right now, it looks like. At least I can see the flames. But you can also see the sign here, Spider Falls. Gives you a little clue of what to expect. I decorated up the area with some spider webs. Kind of fly around here, let some of the stuff spawn. One thing I like to do now with the lava is if you go around and break up a couple spots here and there, it'll just make it, I think it makes it look a lot nicer. A little bit more random. One of my concerns for this area was, since this is the only place to get coal, what if you ran out? What if you honestly ran out? When I played through this, I had a horrible time in this map. So I went crazy. This is coal, and it's here, and it's as much as you want. And what I think is somewhere later on in the map, I need to give one of those pickaxes that let you just break through this stuff. Or possibly, since I don't want to give out a pickaxe, maybe give out the appropriate book that would let you apply it to a pickaxe. Now, the first thing you'll see is this guy, Coal Spider. And I notice their names on all the time. I'm not sure if I want that. Definitely in the other area of the map at the very beginning, I didn't want to do that. Because if you look this way, you float under. Well, I'm not seeing their name tag through the obsidian, but I was fairly certain you could see their name. Yeah, you can. It's very faint. And I just think that could look awkward. Now, I still wanted skeletons, but for the purpose of being nice and not giving the player something horrible, they got nothing in their hand. Now, they will move a little faster, and they still can punch you like a zombie, but they won't shoot you with a bow. They got the normal amount of life, though. And then also I figured I'd throw in some guys here, weak zombie, and you notice they only have 10 life. So they're exactly like a regular zombie, except weak. Wrong button there. Let me press that. There we go. If we look in here, the data, custom name visible. See this? On the spawner, we'd want to make this change, but we could set this to 0. And that doesn't mean their name won't be visible. I covered this last episode. It just means you won't see their name unless you point to them. I kind of want the names on these mobs on all the time, so you know what they are, you know that they've spawned, you know they're not natural. But I'll have to kind of just look at both and decide what I like more. Here his health says 10, but that's not where I actually made the change. If you look under here where it says attributes, and here's one called generic max health, and that is set to base 10, and that's where I made the change. This other stuff I believe is all default things. I think it must have just been populated by the game. Their drop chances are default. I gave them no special equipment. But if we save this guy, we'll see that when we look away, his name doesn't appear. When we point at him, he does. And if we were up here, we were to look down at him, well, with damage indicators on, we'd be able to see his name. But for people playing in vanilla, how close do you got to get before you can see their name? Right about there. Maybe 6 blocks or so. But, I don't know. I kind of like that better, to not see their name. Now, these guys are coal spiders. And they are pretty much just spiders. Did I change their health? I thought I did, yeah. So they have half health, because you're just getting here. And let's see, equipment. Under equipment, you have count 1 and ID of 263. That's coal. So basically, if for some reason you were to get rid of all of the coal, you'd still have these guys, assuming you don't destroy the spawners. Now, something fun I did with these spawners So if we go into the data for the spider and we look underneath spawn potentials, there is 3 entries here. And underneath each entry, there's a tag called weight. This has a weight of 4, this has a weight of 3, this has a weight of 1. Basically, every time the spawner spawns, it's going to look at these 3 things, and based on the weight is how much more likely it is to choose that sub-branch. Now, as I'm opening these and expanding them, it might get a little confusing as to where to look. But basically, on this first one, you have the custom name, Coal Spider. Attributes is the same for, I think, 2 of these, and that's a base health of 10. Drop chance, I think, is slightly different on each one, possibly. 15% chance for this one to drop their item, which is 1 coal. If we look under this second one, which has a weight of 3, so it's a little less rare. The attributes, the base health is still 10. The drop chance is still 15. But the thing that they can drop, while it's still the same ID, it's still the coal, or it might be charcoal. I don't remember which one I did. Count 2. So what that means, in these first 2, if I can get the branches all closed. Okay, so got these all closed back up. This first one with a weight of 4, which means it's the most likely to spawn, will spawn with spiders that have a chance to drop 1 coal. Where this one, a slightly less occurrence, because of the weight of 3, which is less than 4, has a chance to spawn the spiders that have a 15% chance to drop 2 coal. So basically, I'm kind of doing custom drops here, where they could drop 1 or 2. But then this third one, with a weight of 1, which means a very rare occurrence type spider, has a custom name of large coal spider. And the attributes here, it has full 20 health. The drop chance is still 15%. But the equipment, the thing it can drop, is it can drop 4 coal. So they're harder to kill, but they have a better drop. And then you'll also notice this fall distance of -1200. I believe fall distance is expressed in ticks. If I click edit, will it tell me anything? No, it's not. It's stored as, what is this? 0.5. And here's what I find out. If you go to one of these root directories, then you can kind of look over this. It's stored as a float number. For all these data types, basically what I do is I'll type them up into the browser, try to find out programming-wise what kind of number range they can hold, and I'll use that to determine how big I want to make it if I want to max it out. Essentially, fall distance, if you set it to a negative number, it starts counting down the second the creature is spawned. This will just make it so on their initial fall, from the spawner to the bridge, assuming they don't land to the lava, which I love that they do that, it won't take any damage from the fall. So if we come over here, you notice this guy has a full 10 life. If we wait till one of these spawns again, and actually we can come in here and just edit the delay to 1, you notice that he took no fall damage, but then he jumped into the lava. You dummy. You stupid dummy. Let us take... What do we want? With too many items, you can make custom pretty much anything. So we'll go into our enchantment editor and pick diamond sword. And then we want looting. We'll max it out. This lets us go to 10. The thing I like to do sometimes, though, when I want a custom item is I'll make it with this mod, and then I'll take something like a chest. You guys wait. Pop it in here. Then using the NBT edit mod, come in here. There's your enchantment. Level 10. And we'll change that to level 99. The only thing I don't like about items like this is you see how it says looting enchantment.level.99. I don't like that it does that. So we kill him. He drops a whole lot of string. It looks like he might have dropped 2 coal. Let's see if we can get all his stuff. What'd he drop? A bunch of string. 64 string. Wow. That's a bit overpowered, huh? 10 iron. That did not kill in one hit. Alright, now we're just fooling around. Look, a stack of bones. I would never give out an item like that. Well, maybe. If I did, I would make it so it has 1 use, and so that it could not be repaired. And you'd have to decide when you want to use it. And then maybe give a mob, like a super rare item, give them a special name. And then, yeah, that'd be interesting. I want you to see, though, I want you to see the large spiders. Now, they're not actually larger, of course. I wish there was a way to do that. And basically, all I'm doing here is I'm deleting everything except for the thing I want. So as it spins, on the first spawn, it does just a regular default spawn because I had deleted spawn data, but then it should fill in spawn data with whatever's from spawn potentials. But the first time it never quite works. Now, I guess I should come in here and lower the delay. There's our large coal spider. And just a little change on the color of the name for fun, so you know you're dealing with something separate, something different. But yeah, wouldn't it be great to have a size modifier? Or just kind of up the model a little bit? Come on, Mojang, I know you want to. I think I mentioned this briefly, but also just real quick point out, I kind of broke up some of the blockiness. I did it by hand. I could probably redo it, but like, oh, this little square, so kind of do that thing and try to do it a little randomized so it doesn't start to make a different kind of pattern. But that looks so much better than before. So now if we head over here. Okay, so here we are in the original version of the map once again. Just gave myself some torches to light up the area. I could totally do the gamma bright, but I like the mood this gives you. So let's fly around real quick, look at how it was. You see a lot of blocky, just like the other area. And then if you come down here, you have my just in case. And I'm not sure if a lot of people understood that, but basically it's a chest full of swords, just a second word, in case, just in case you need it. It's the just in case. So if things are really horrible and you're just not making it and the other treasure hasn't helped, this is kind of like a backup. And it's got all sorts of, let me hide the interface. Sorry, it's a little distracting and it adds all these extra characters. I just want to look at the items themselves. So you got basically a lot of low-level enchantments. And then there's 3 spots. This spot, and this spot that has that spot right here. That's what I meant. It's got a couple of enchantments. So it's nothing super fantastic, but it's kind of like it's there to help you out. And then if you fly over here, tip, there's a block of water inside here. Yes, there is. But I encased it so that you couldn't get to it. But I included it so that you could still have a way to grow food if you wanted to. I still don't think I'd want to give the player a bucket of water. Do I want to go over here? Do we have time? Over here is the monument area. This sign is broken, obviously. That's been fixed. And this is just the monument. Purple wool, bonus emerald block. Just like the beginning of the map, even though the beginning was fake. Tip, each dungeon holds 1 fragment. There's one right here. Number 3. And this is kind of like a little hint guide. Information center. It sort of lays out where everything is, where you need to go. Like, oh, I need wood, so I better go there. Oh, I need coal. Iron. Stone, but I'll need stone before I can get iron. Yeah, that sort of thing. I don't like how dark this area is, but I did try to light it up. And I wanted it to look interesting. And then above, right above here, is your pants chest. Darkened leggings. And I try to have one of these in every map. A pants chest and a just in case. Except I have updated the just in case. The pants chest I try to do slightly different in each map. And jump into the lava here for a surprise. The surprise is that you die. Just teaching you a little lesson there, how to not trust something you shouldn't trust. This I gave to the player as a main base of sorts. And I also gave housewarming present, just some basic materials, an enchantment table, furnace, some very, very basic equipment, crafting table, which don't lose because wood is a precious source in here. There's a bottom fence post missing, which means it's actually, if you don't have creative flight, it can be really difficult to not fall. And then, whoop, like that. And there's a couple cauldrons filled with water, because there's not water in this map. And you can't actually, I don't think, now I better test this, because now I'm not sure. I don't think you can scoop the water out, can you? No. And a brewing stand with some custom potions in there. Distilled Lift, that gives you Jump Boost 3. Death Bloom, I really like this potion. It has Wither 4 for 30 seconds. Like a rose, wilting and dying, so fills my heart. You trampled the most fragile thing in my body and didn't even know it. Aurelian Poet. And just another Jump Boost 3. The great thing about this Death Bloom potion is it's effective. You hit something with it, it's going to kill it. But it takes time. So if you're near a spawner, it's not going to help you because some creatures are going to just pop back into place and replace the ones that you killed. But you also have to kind of throw it far away, because if you don't, you get hit on yourself, and 30 seconds of Wither effect at level 4, you're going to die. This would make a great base. And then also I gave in the up above, there's a challenge block fragment and an ender chest with a couple more ender chests, and this I've eliminated because I think it can make some sections too easy. If you want to build them yourself, go ahead. The other issue I had with this base is I didn't feel like it was large enough, at least when I played through, and so I've increased that. It looks a little derpy, I admit, but I needed it to be bigger, and so I made it bigger. I didn't want to extend it out. So this is kind of what it ended up being. It gives a lot more space on the inside. I also decorated it up with some nether brick. Housewarming present is the same. Let's see, what differences do we have? We got this down here, although I went ahead and did every other ladder just to be a jerk. Here is the brewing area with a bunch of empty brewing stands. This one has the same potions. and a few extra cauldrons so you don't run out of water as fast. Here I have levers on the lights as an extra reminder of that mechanic that, hey, you could use levers to light these up, and you can leave some in here to make sure this place is safe, or you could take them with you. And then up here, there's a bed, and it works. And here's some more beds, and there's Challenge Black Fragment 2. Because with the new way I have it set up on the title screen area of this map, even if you use the bed and it gets blown up, it's going to be okay. Now somewhere later I might include some extra beds just in case you lose those, or I might say, hey, you know what, this is all you got, you better be careful with it. Got the same jump into lava here for a surprise, and it's the same surprise. I kind of thought it might be fun to make it something actual, but nah. You'll notice it's not as blocky. I've went around and made a little bit here and there. And you got the same water block there. The monument's the same. For some reason I want to fly over here to show you, to prove it to you. It's the same. I fixed the sign. The pants chest is still there. But what I did change the just in case. And this is the case I'm going to use in all of my maps that I decide to give such a type of thing. And that's the Assorted Swords Sampler Pack. Now this chest is featured in a hopefully upcoming map. It's had so many delays, and it's not just me working on it, which is why. But when it comes out, this is where I got this chest from. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords. So you see the wood on the bottom, and then stone on the top, gold on the top. So it's like I'm crafting a sword with swords. And this is the reinforced teakwood sword with Unbreaking 2, smooth stone sword, Unbreaking 1, and another smooth stone sword, Unbreaking 1. So these are like durability. Here you have the splintered wooden sword, and these are sharper, and this one has sharpness and knockback. Here's the blunt stone sword, which just has knockback 1, and here's the jagged stone sword, which just has sharpness 1. And you'll notice this has knockback, this has sharpness, and this has sharpness and knockback. But the trade-off is that it's wood, so it's not going to last as long. Same for here. This is Unbreaking 2, and these are each Unbreaking 1. This is the wooden spider jockey sword. So this has Smite 2 and Bane of Arthropods 2. This is the golden spider sword for some spider killing action. The golden skeleton sword for some Smite 2 action. And over here you have another set of the Unbreaking stuff. Now this one's special. This is wooden enchantment transfer sword. It has a knockback of 2, and it's quite nearly gone. This has looting 2, and it is also quite nearly gone, and this has fire aspect 2. And the purpose of these swords is to mix them with another sword of the same type in order to put that enchantment on it. So it's almost like a book, except it costs a little more. I mean, the cost is something that's reworked constantly, so maybe it doesn't cost any more now. Maybe it never costed more. I just like the idea behind it. I think, if I remember correctly, I may have also set the repair value on these to a negative number, which would reduce the repair cost. Well, that will do it for this episode. I hope you had a fun time. Please be sure to subscribe if you have not yet already to keep up to date as I release further future videos. This has been bRanN. I will see you next video. Have a great day. I figured I'd include this. What the heck? So it's not as easy in the snapshot, but we have a lot of new commands. So if you look here, give Brandon 268 159, repair cost -9 with enchantment, ID 2, level 2. It's not too bad. And that's this one right here has -9. This one has a +10 as the repair cost, or excuse me, a 0 as the repair cost, which makes it a 10. So that hasn't changed. Enchantment costs 10. I don't have 10, I can't take it out. Now if I put this guy, he has -9, and he has nothing. Enchantment costs 1, and I can't take it out. I don't have any levels. Let's get some levels. Pop that in, pop that in. It says enchantment costs 1. It's green. I take it. It's repaired. It now, I imagine, would have a repair cost of 2 because it ran through the system once. So in the snapshot, it works. Now let's test one more thing. What if it has no value? Let's say repair cost -99. There we go. There's our sword. -99 repair cost. Nothing. Can't take it out still. Bummer. So you still need to be careful if you want to do this, setting your repair cost to negative. And I'm not sure which version it stops working, but definitely in the snapshot it works as expected. So I think I will go ahead and set up my swords in that chest to have the negative repair cost that lets it so you can repair it with 1 level. However, if that's what you want, if you want to repair it, that's fine. But what you could also do is take another sword you get and transfer over the enchantment onto that sword for a reduced cost, which is the original intention. But if you want to just repair it up, that's fine, I suppose. You do what you want with it. It's in the map. It's for you to use how you see fit. I wanted to break it. I'm not in creative mode.